Hi, thanks for watching. This is my follow-up to Stamp Wars 34 video. Our Stamp Wars was held on Saturday night. We had two sponsors. We had Ink on 3 and Pear Blossom Press. We each received a stamp set from Ink on 3 and a stamp set from Pear Blossom. And we received a pack of 3 of the lights from Pear Blossom Press. These are the cards that I made during Stamp Wars. I also grabbed my Ink on 3 stamp cleaner to clean things off. Here's the stamp set from Ink on 3. The name of the stamp set is Give a Hoot, and it's got 2 beautiful little owls and the sentiment, thank you for all you did, with the word owl instead of all. Happy fall. I'll always be grateful for you. Hope your birthday is a hoot. Hooray, you did it, and you're a hoot. We received this stamp set from Pear Blossom that can be used with your light up cards and your interactive cards. It's got little sentiments. Push, pull, remove, press, press here, scratch off, push. It has some twinkle lights and some teardrops or what could be used for flames, and then a light bulb that says handmade for you. And I should have flipped this over because on the back is the matching die set. Here's a photo from the Pear Blossom website, and I'll read you the description. This has 12 stamps, 5 dies. These are perfect for light up and scratch off cards. Add stars to make your own candle flames. Die set includes a trapdoor to access lights from the back of your card to add the battery. And I told you what the sentiments include. The dies include trapdoor, a 3/8 inch circle, and 3 candle flames with different size flames. What a great little set. And this is the Pear PB Press Stamp and Die Bundle. And I wanted to let you know that both the sponsors, Pear Blossom and Ink on 3, are offering a discount code. If you look in my description box below, you'll see what the discount codes are. As far as the discounts, they are for a limited time. So if you want to use those coupon codes, make sure that you use them before they expire. We also received a 3-pack of the One Lights with batteries, and you can see the cards that I created using the One Lights. We also received a roll of foam tape from Pear Blossom Press. And this is the world's best foam tape. It's double thick, and I would agree that it is the best foam tape. It is repositionable for 30 minutes. It becomes permanent within 24 hours, and it has an easy release back paper. You're going to see me use this later in my video. And here's a still photo of the cards that I created, along with some of the products that we received from our sponsors for Stamp Wars. Okay, moving on to the card for this video. I started by stamping the large and the small owl from the Give a Hoot stamp set from Ink on 3, and I used Memento ink to stamp my images. I am going to be coloring them in with alcohol marker, and the Memento ink I found works well with that process. Now I'm going to show you how this Ink on 3 stamp cleaner works. You just press it on your inked up stamp and you just take a cloth and wipe it off. It does a great job cleaning the ink off of your stamps and also off of your MISTI. And it is safe to be used on your MISTI. You can also get a refill for the Ink on 3 stamp cleaner. This bottle is brand new. I need to open it and refresh my stamp cleaner, so I'm going to show you how to do that. You just open the bottle and squirt some onto your stamp cleaner pad. Now you'll notice that my stamp cleaner pad is dirty, but that doesn't matter. It still does a great job cleaning the stamps after I stamp them with all kinds of inks. It doesn't matter what kind of ink you use. This stamp cleaner will get it clean. Really, it does. It makes your stamps look like brand new again. It's just an amazing product. All right, let's put these stamps back in their acetate sleeve, and we'll go ahead and get started with coloring. The cards that I made for Stamp Wars featured gray owls, and this time I thought I would use brown and tan colors and make a light brown colored owl. And I'm going to color both the large owl and the small owl. Now, I'm not any expert, or I'm not a very good colorist, but I just am trying to create some variation in my colors, and I'm using some light and dark brown Copic sketch markers. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this section because it is pretty basic coloring. If I was a colorist who could offer you advice or how to during this part of my video, I wouldn't speed it up, but really the coloring that I do is very basic. But I do want to say how lovely this image is, and you could use this owl on any kind of card for any occasion. It could be for a birthday card, get well soon card, thinking of you, thank you, I miss you, really any occasion. It's just such a cute image. We had a really good time during Stamp Wars. We had myself, Nancy, Chow, and we had 2 mystery guests. We had Amanda from Pear Blossom, and we had Florette from Ink on 3. And they played along with us, which was so much fun. And they helped us learn about their products and their company. I will have the link for the Stamp Wars replay in my description box below. You definitely want to check it out. We had a great time together. And there were some sabotages thrown in. And those are just things that we have to do in the process of making our cards. Basically, to test our will, to test our ability to roll with the punches. So we had a sabotage that we were only allowed to use one hand at one point. So that was a 20-minute sabotage. And we had a sabotage where we weren't allowed to use the Misty for 20 minutes. Yeah, so that's why we call them sabotages. But this little owl's looking so great. I'm super excited to have this stamp set. I want to say thank you to our sponsors for not only sponsoring Stamp Wars, but for being our mystery guest and for being on Stamp Wars and playing along. We had so much fun with both Amanda and Florette. And of course, we greatly appreciate the special coupon codes that are being made available for a limited time in recognition of being sponsors for Stamp Wars. Again, I will have the coupon codes in my description box below, as well as their expiration dates. Now I finished coloring, and now I'm going to fussy cut. These images are easy to fussy cut, and I had no problem at all just doing a quick trim around them. After I finished fussy cutting, I grabbed a stencil set from my stash. I'm using my Trinity Stamps Blending Buddies blending brushes, and I'm using some gray color inks from Catherine Pooler, and I'm using the color Pebble right now for my base layer for my big super moon. For my second layer, I'm using the color Twilight. This is my second layer. And then for my final layer, I'm using the color Hoodie. And again, these are all Catherine Pooler inks. And if you have a moon stencil, you could use whatever you have in your stash, or you can just do a circle and blend it in with gray colored ink. All right, now we're going in with our final color of gray. And what's nice about this stencil set, it has the mask so you can cover up. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray this mask with a little bit of pixie spray, and that will help my mask to be tacky and allow me to ink blend over top. But first I'm going to do a technique that I learned from Florette during Stamp Wars. I have this stencil set from a Colorful Life Designs, which features some vines and some hanging floral type images. And I have a foam dome blender, and I'm using it to daub on some Ink on 3 Fade Out No Line Coloring Hybrid Detail ink. What this will do will create a watermark in the background of my panel that I'm creating here. And again, this was something that Florette did during her time on Stamp Wars, and it looked really great. All right, so now that will remain sort of like a watermark in the background. And now I'm going to grab some purple and blue inks, and I'm just going to ink blend around that moon so that it looks like a nighttime scene. Again, I'm using the Trinity Stamps Blending Buddy brushes. The colors I'm using are On the Lake and Queen for a Day. Those are the two ink colors that I'm using from Catherine Pooler to create my nighttime sky. I like these blending brushes. They're compact. You can purchase the hooks that are color coordinated to go with them. Another product that I have that I'm using from Ink on 3 is called Liquid Pixie Dust. This is a product that adds a magical shimmer to your projects. It's unlike any other shimmer on the market. You can add as little or as much as you'd like for sparkle, and it is very holographic and it really glistens. What I do is I keep a little bit in a separate container, and I have a special little paintbrush that I use. What I do is I keep it in this little plastic container. I stir it up with my paintbrush, and I take an acrylic block and I flick the liquid pixie dust onto my project. Sometimes I add a little water just to help me get it moving and get it to fling and flick the way I like it. Now I'm just cleaning up my brush and my acrylic block with some water, and then I'll put my splat box away. Now I'm left with this nice panel. Now it's a little bit damp, so I am going to dry it off camera with my heat gun. And I also ran it through my mini mink to help make it as flat as possible. I put it in a piece of regular copy paper and ran it through my mini mink. So that helps to get rid of any warping. And this tape is amazing. I've never used any tape like this before. It's fabulous, not only for the fact that it's double thick, but that you can reposition it for a short period of time that helps you to get this in the right position. So what I'm doing is I'm taking one of the little lights, the one lights, and I'm deciding where I want to place it on my card base. So I have an A2 card base that I have a piece of silver holographic paper as my matte layer. And I'm thinking, where do I want this little button to go so that when I give the recipient the card, they know to press. So I'm thinking right here. So I take my pen and I make a little mark. And then that's where I'm going to try to line this up. I'm just using regular Scotch tape to tape down the little one light. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of foam tape around the area where the light is. And this gives it just a little bit of evenness, I guess you can say, with the rest of the card panel that I put the foam tape all the way around. So you'll see me add a little bit of foam tape too around the battery next. I mean around the light. Yeah, that's what I meant. See how I built that up around there? And then I just lay my panel right on top. I have a little bit of extra tape on the one side. I'll fix that in a minute. Okay, and now I have some foam tape on the back of my large owl, which I did color in the brown. I'll just lay that on top, and then I have the little owl. It's so cute because they're facing each other. All right, and then I noticed I had a little bit of extra foam here. So I go and use my pokey tool and get that piece out. Now we have that nice moon in the background and these cute owls in the foreground. I'm going to add my sentiment, and I'm going to add a sentiment that says push, and I'll put that right over where that button is for that one light. And here's a picture of the card after I assembled it. You can see I'm pushing on the button and the light up is lighting up in the back. I also stamped the back panel using the light bulb from the Pear Blossom stamp set. And on the inside, I stamped, "I'll always be grateful for you." And I stamped the small owl. Thanks so much for watching my video. If you're new to my channel, I'd love it if you would subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up, and please leave a comment below letting me know if you've ever used the one light from Pear Blossom Press. I am going to be doing a giveaway. I will pick a random winner from those who leave comments on this video, age 18 and over only, and US residents only. So thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up, and leave a comment. And if you're new, don't forget to subscribe. Have a hopeful day. Bye-bye.